four. There's six things. Number four, better financial protection. So people with insurance were less likely to experience catastrophic medical bills, right? People going bankrupt or having to choose between, am I going to feed myself? Am I going to buy bills of my pills? Unpaid medical debt, bankruptcy related to healthcare costs, which was a huge issue. So medical debt declined significantly. Number five, young adults gained coverage. One of the most popular provisions of the ACA, where you can stay on your parents' health insurance until you're 26, meant millions of people gained coverage. Protection for pre-existing conditions. If you remember, they were throwing people off of their insurance, or you couldn't get insurance if you had a pre-existing condition. They would deny coverage. They would charge you a way higher premium. They would exclude some of your coverage. And the ACA prohibited these practices. And sorry, I said there were six. Number seven, improved health outcomes. So studies have linked the expansion of Medicaid to earlier cancer diagnoses, improved diabetes management, lower mortality, healthier newborns, and again, increased use of preventative care. So when you talk about what did Obama do, what did the ACA do for anyone, I mean, you can look these things up. These are real things that were accomplished because a Democrat in office pushed for more health care coverage for America.
And I'm derailing the conversation. I don't want to because I thought it was an easy answer. Because Misa has another objective when she
gets does that change your mind, or you feel like that means nothing to you?
So you just doubled down on the conclusion. The conclusion was an encyclopedia of a proposal turned into, no disrespect to Jehovah's Witnesses.
So that meant nothing to you.
And so I said,
feel like the ACA did nothing.
We're going to stay right here because that was my whole point. So that was my whole point. So you can't.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, I don't. So when I said I don't think we can change your mind, we can't. You already started out.
But Patty put in the chat what I was the original form.
I don't think y'all heard anything that you said. What you said was, why could it not be passed in its original form? Why were there Democrats that went against when he had the votes? And that's why I brought up West Virginia. I brought up Lieberman. They got the blue dog Democrats that are over these like fucking redneck hilly buck fucks.
Come on up, Bima. You want to join the show? You want to launch a new show tonight, Bima and John Kitover show instead of the Bima show. I'll moderate. No, you don't want to say anything again. You do want to come up now. Hello. You know, they used to call me Horse in college.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Did they really? You're lying.
Swear to God, Horse was my nickname.
Why would they call you Horse?
Because when you do what's called mark time march, which is like marching, I was lifting my knees really high because we just got back from the church, and they were like, "What are you, a fucking horse? Get out here and neigh, bitch!" And I was like, so for like a whole year, my nickname became Horse.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, there's a lot of drama with this horse the past couple days. So much drama.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you didn't know you bought yourself a huge liability? Congratulations, you got yourself an 1,800-pound dog.
Right? I know, that's funny. That's what my friend texted me when I sent a picture. I said, hey, look. And he goes, that's a funny looking dog.
Yeah.
I said,
I hope you got a huge dog house. A lot of money.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? You need to meet a guy who, when you say, hey, if my horse has a vet bill and it's like $23,000, would you like cover it because you got a lot of money? And he's like, no, just block him.
Everybody told me to get a PPE with him, and because he was still harnessed at the track, so he was a racehorse, and so he was up at the track, and they were like, no, like, you can't trust him. So he's grounded, you know. He so I made a really loud boom bang with collapsing these things at the barn, and I wasn't expecting them to be that loud. And so there's 3 horses that were in the paddock. The 2 other horses take off. They just bat out of hells. And then, wait, that's out of hell. Then he, my sweet boy, with not even knowing me more than a couple days, he jumps. He like rears up, right? He gets scared. But then he immediately comes and turns around and it's like, oh. He, came over to me and he's breathing heavy. His eyes were bug-eyed. He's like, are you okay? And I'm like, wow, you care about me? You're such a good
Both the Democrat and the Republican Party ignored him in such a large way that watered down what he was trying to achieve. That Trump, when he ran for his first term, he tried to solve that himself, and we ignored that too. But the idea is that Obama was in a slightly larger Republican Party, and then after the midterms, he was in a slightly larger Democratic Party, and it still didn't change much for him. It just didn't change much for him. So I asked, it's my original question, do we really see progress, resolution when we have these primaries and be a more Democratic body than Republican? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say there's many people, when you have a Democratic president and you have a Democratic base, that's the majority of Americans still don't see nothing but very small shit come out of what they were anticipating from these people who propagandize and politicize us into office. And so thank you.
You're the queen of propagandizing.
I didn't mean to. I had a simple question I thought did need all this explanation, so I apologize.
Kia, I have a question for you. So you were saying like something about like Blacks like are marginalized in the medical industry. Did I hear that right? And if I heard that right, will you please expand on that so I understand what you mean?
So Megan, let me just ask you to do this, because I don't want to derail this conversation. I'm going to ask you to Google white standardized medicine. Just Google that and find out what that says. Because
I'm asking you because I don't know.
And it's a simple answer. I don't want to, Misa has another object. I think she wants to play a video.
So I can answer her. I can answer Megan. So, research Frederick Hoffman.
Frederick Hoffman, like HOFF. Did I hear that right?
Frederick Hoffman. And he came up with the concept that Black people were so inferior that they did not deserve to have even insurance. And so when Trump made that statement, which he's been pulling from a lot of racial context throughout most of his conversation, he's pulling from that history.
What statement are you saying he made?
She said that Trump said that we need our own healthcare system. So he's pulling from a racist trope that Blacks are so inferior that they do not deserve to have a health care.
Okay, I'll come up to you, Sean. Can I come up to you, Sean?
No, can I just finish that?
Yeah, you said you went on mute, Kia. Let her finish. Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, because it's important. She asked the historical context, and I'm just giving her a historical context of who Frederick Hoffman is. You can go and Google him right now. And he's the one that came up with the whole concept of excluding Blacks from even receiving medical care because he felt that we were too inferior. And that system permeated the entire insurance industry for years. And so that's all I wanted to do, Kai, is answer her question so she understands the historical context.
Appreciate you, Sean. It's not historical. It is.
People just allowed to say crazy stuff on the stage. When did Trump say anything about Black people needing their own health?
Did I have the mic? I thought I had the mic. Because
You guys have been talking incessantly, but nobody's fact checking anyone.
Can you share the mic a little bit, Kia? We definitely can.
Omari, didn't she say she doesn't want to derail the conversation?
Yeah,
Like the conversation's been derailed a long time ago. But ultimately, this idea that Trump said black people need their own health insurance is nonsense. And you guys are just going to say stuff willy-nilly. Just, like we're just going to make it up as we. Okay. Sean, you claim that Kaya said that. And you jumped on and talked about it.
Kaya actually said it.
Okay.
He did say it.
What I'm saying to you, okay, so Sean, right? So, but you attached a statement onto that talking about this Hoffman dude. You talked about Hoffman.
You don't have to come up here and debate anything.
Okay.
It's very
I literally, Sean, I'm going to address whatever I want to address whenever I want to address it.
But Anthony,
that's how it's going to work. I am going, okay. So what does that have to do with Donald Trump?
Because of what Kaya
said that was wrong?
All right, and come on.
Anthony,
because what Kaya said is wrong? Because what Kaya said is the height of ignorance? Because what Kaya, Megan was trying to understand. Megan was trying to wrap her mind around the nonsense that's being spewed on this stage. And you said, I got an answer. Look at Frederick.
Why are you attacking Sean?
Okay, Malak, nobody's talking to you. How about that?
Conversation
all right?
disturbs him.
Are you like, Diana Ross's daughter's stunt double? What do you mean? Why am I attacking Sean?
What's going on?
How did I attack Sean, Malak?
Take a deep breath.
How did I attack Sean, Malak?
You're screaming at her.
How did I attack her?
You're screaming at her.
Yeah. Are you screaming at me, Malak?
Of misquoting Kia.
Malak, are you screaming at me, Malak?
You don't want the bad side of me to come out, Anthony.
I'm not screaming.
Oh no, I'm scared of the bad side of you, Sean. Sean, I'm scared of the bad side of you. I'm scared of the bad side of you. How about this, Sean? Sean, how about you let the bad side come out? How about you let the bad side come out? And then I'll let my bad side come out. Let's let the bad meet evil. Let's go. All right? You said I don't want the bad, like somebody's scared of you.
Stop.
Who are you?
What are we doing?
Well,
Everyone, stop.
What are you?
Megan,
Anyway,
stop speaking.
everybody's a little upset, but I'm just going to intervene and say I looked that up and it's not true. Trump never said that. But I hope that we can be a little. I hope we.
What part of
Someone's mute.
stopped? Yes, it's called a moderator is muting you all. Stop speaking.
Trying to just suggest that
Excuse
everyone be a little bit more respectful.
Excuse me, Megan. When someone says to stop speaking, I suggest you stop speaking. Okay, I know you're new to the room and welcome to the room, but we all know universally what stop speaking means. If everyone's being muted, that's because you guys have all gone out of control. And just so you know, only moderators can do that. So just follow, just be an adult, okay? Everyone, we don't have to agree on things, but what we do have to have is some sort of decorum and act like adults, because we are actually adults. Please, one at a time. And there's no reason to be going after other people for what they've said or not said. Just make your statements directly and just move on. But the arguing between each other is actually quite tiresome to listen to.
Yeah, so Marlene, I was speaking, and then Sean came off her mic.
Well, Anthony, I understand that, Anthony.
Speaking.
But Anthony, in fairness, you did attack Sean, and maybe that was not true. That was not.
No, Marlene, I did not mention her. I made an independent statement, Marlene. You're saying something that's not true. I made an independent statement that had nothing to do with Sean.
It turned into, you said, first of all,
no,
Anthony,
I defended myself when she I defended myself when she interrupted me. So what I literally said,
Anthony, you're not listening, and you're a little too loud. Just take a calm breath.
Marlene, listen, I'm talking in a regular tone. I am not yelling.
Maybe your mic is too loud because literally it sounds like yelling.
Marlene, listen.
Okay?
Marlene,
Anthony,
Marlene,
Anthony,
Marlene, I am talking in a regular
Anthony,
tone.
I'm still
I am
talking.
talking in a regular
Anthony, I'm
tone,
talking.
Marlene. I am
Anthony,
talking in
I'm
a regular tone,
talking.
Marlene.
Anthony,
Marlene,
I'm
I'm talking in a
talking.
regular tone. You're
I'm
not going to talk
talking.
to
Why are
me,
you doing
Marlene.
this? Like,
You're
really?
not going to.
Okay, no, I
In the
am.
audience.
I literally
Talk to me,
am.
Marlene.
Black,
You're not going to
everyone,
talk to me. I'm
stop.
talking in a regular
Stop
tone.
it.
I am
Anthony,
talking
what's
in a
going on
regular
with
tone.
you? Stop. What's going on with you right
In a
now?
regular tone,
My
Marlene.
side is hurting.
That's okay. Like, what
I'm
is it,
talking
full
in a
moon or
regular tone,
something?
Marlene.
Anthony, I'm still speaking.
But Marlene, what you said about me
Anthony,
was
could you please just take a moment? Like,
Don't worry,
I'm literally
sis, you
now
got it.
yelling. Now I'm yelling at you.
Okay,
I haven't
wait,
yelling.
I moved into the audience, sis.
Okay,
You go ahead
y'all.
and
What
finish
is
your
going
thing.
on here?
Yeah,
Like,
go
why
ahead,
are we
sis, you
taking
got
things
it.
so personally?
That's crazy. Now, what happened was Auntie Lisa, Marlene was
Auntie Misa's not your auntie, and don't touch me.
So what she was trying to do was trying
She's
to
not your auntie, and don't touch me.
what she was trying to do was sustain order.
Misa is not your auntie, and don't touch
I
me.
need to go and get some. I need to go for the girls' room real quick. So, I guess it's too late, Ed, to do Lawrence. Go ahead. Oh, who had the land? I'm sorry, I came in the middle of all of this.
Yeah, that's all good, Misa. I was just going to finish saying.
I was.
that.
And then apparently
so
that's
Marlene, I'll
so
go
taken
after you.
personally.
I'll
Okay?
go after
Somebody's touching somebody, apparently.
You know what? It's, this is just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous all over the whole entire app.
Like,
It's no different.
Okay. Anthony, can you say what you wanted to say? Just say it without addressing anyone, because you did make a general statement of y'all, and then it became in Sean. Let's just address if there's something that was said that is misunderstood. Just say that, and let's not have these back and forths and asking each other questions when you don't actually want to know the answer, and just make an argument. I'm not talking about you, Anthony. That's kind of just been his general thing of asking each other questions when you don't actually care about the answer. Let's everyone just make their submissions. If you have a counter argument or want to fact check and say, actually, what was just said is this and this and that, say that. But no more addressing each other, please. Anthony, please finish what you're saying. Just be chill.
Okay, here's what's up, man. This idea that Trump said something about Black people needing their own insurance is a lie from the pits of hell. All right. And this is the kind of stuff that constantly gets perpetuated. And then people latch onto it and they add onto it. They add on to the bullshit narrative that didn't even need to start in the first place. This is like that. It's just that simple. All right. Anyone can look up if Trump said that. Go ahead. We all got supercomputers in our hand. Look it up. And then, he said it because of, Frederick Hoffman. Just like, people just love to lie. They love to lie. They love to make stuff up. It's okay. You ain't got to lie to kick it. Just be regular.
Okay, so I'm going to provide context because I actually was eating my Raising Cane's and I actually overheard the entire conversation and the debacle. So basically, Kaya was the one who brought up the reference about the ACA, and she was asking exactly what measurable elements or what measurable success came from the ACA gains. What came from the ACA as a whole. Malak gave her input. She gave her explanation about the ACA and what it did for certain states and what it didn't do for certain states. Tyler was the one who actually has said something about Obama actually stating that African Americans needed their own specialized health care plan embedded within the ACA. Trump was never mentioned at all in her submission whatsoever. Trump's name never came up. Megyn was the one who actually came, and I believe she was either asking Kaya or she was asking Malak exactly where has it been that Blacks have been directly or indirectly impacted due to the healthcare disparities in America? And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Sean was the one who said, look up Frederick Hoffman.
Thank you.
While you guys were going back and forth, I was able to find the answer to Megan's question. So, Megan, I would like to provide you a brief overview about Hoffman, his stance on what he published in his assessment, where you can find it in Race, Traits, and Tendencies of the American Negro in
Thank you.
1896.
Thank you so much.
In it, you're welcome. In it, he argued that Black Americans had higher rates of disease and health than white Americans. These differences were primarily due to supposed innate racial traits rather than social or economic conditions. He said that Black Americans were a dying race that would eventually become extinct because of what he believed were biological and moral deficiencies. These conclusions are now regarded by historians and public health scholars as examples of scientific racism. Although Hoffman compiled real mortality statistics, he largely attributed them to racial inferiority while giving little weight to factors such as poverty, segregation, limited access to medical care, poor housing and sanitation, discrimination in employment, and education. So this is what I will say, and I will rest my mic. Megan, I appreciate you. I may not agree with some of your statements that you have made on stage thus far, but I can always find room for somebody who at least wants to know and is asking with a sense of genuity. I felt like your question to Malak or to Sean was at least genuine in my opinion. But unfortunately, you do have agitators who come on stage who like to act as if these things don't exist in the Black diaspora. So I would implore you, Miss Megan, if you have the time, to look deeper into what I just read, because these things do exist in our community. And it doesn't mean much if you just come to the cookout to grab a plate if you're not willing to sit down and understand exactly where these ingredients come from when we cook our potato salads, when we grill our chickens, when we cook our hot dogs.
Don't forget about the oxtails, baby. Don't forget about the oxtails.
I'm just saying that.
I make a mean oxtail Jamaican. Oh my gosh, that shit's so.
We love it, but I don't think anybody was trying to attack you. And I apologize if any of the agitators that came on stage tried to make it seem like any of the moderators was trying to. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to be bothered.
I don't think that at all. Okay. I think that when it was said that like Trump, like whatever that whole thing was,
yeah,
I think that set him off, and it's okay for him to feel that way. But my question was legitimately because like I'm not a Black person, I don't know like how Black people are affected in healthcare, and when I heard that, it really stuck out to me, and I was curious like what issues.
Yes.
And coming up.
Absolutely. And those things do. And I'll give it back to Sean. But
well, can you give it back to me? Because I was asking.
Okay, Tanya. No problem, love. I will give it back to you. I was just going to say to Megan that yes, those things do exist, and oftentimes you will have agitators who will come on stage and will play something that I like to call blackface, as if those things don't exist in the Black community, when in fact those disparities are true even to today, with the extension from Frederick Hoffman. So I'll get back to Kaya, and then I'm sure Auntie Misa wants to move the conversation forward. Yes, Kia, my apologies, Kia. Go ahead, Kia.
Can I just say thank you?
No, Sean, can you not? Just not. Just
all I want to say
is Sean, just please not. Because what I asked and what I contributed, because someone forced me to give an example, which was the ACA. I was the one who brought this conversation up, and I brought this conversation in the context of Obama, what he proposed and what he got. And those are stark differences. And I said Trump, because I was the one who said Trump, and you can Google it. And I remember one instance where in a debate, he said that Black people need their own healthcare system. And it's not medicine, it's not insurance, it's system. It's a whole separate.
Can you hear me?
I just want to finish. Because I've been.
Hi, you can wait till after she's done. That's great. Could you wait till after she's done? Thank you.
And so Megan came in and said, well, what's the difference? And she doesn't know. And I would say that most Black people don't know. Most Black people don't know that this concept of melanin binding drugs, and that the healthcare system, and so melanin binding drugs the drug stays in your body because it binds to the melanin, and it becomes toxic over time because we don't flush it out of our systems. It's called melanin binding drugs, and it affects more Black people who are, have a larger concentration of melanin in them. And the fact that we don't know that shit, and they ignore the fact that some of the drugs that they prescribe to us have a detrimental effect to us. It's called melanin binding drugs. But I was trying to not get into the depths of it because it's a deep hole. Because when Trump said it, Obama didn't say it. Trump said Black people need their own healthcare system, not insurance system, because the system today is largely ignoring the actual needs of Black bodies. And I asked Melanie, Megan, because Megan came out, can give me an example. I'm like, it's too big a topic, because this is my topic and this is not the room topic. I just had a question. So I was trying to avoid, derailing, and just asked Megan, I thought she had the question, to go look up white standardized medicine. White standardized medicine is not a historic thing. The Kaufman, the Hoffman thing, that's an old thing that's just not relevant. It might have started some shit, but it's not relevant in today's medicine. Today's medicine still stands under white standardized medicine. That's what it's called.
It is relevant today.
Give me a second. That is what it's called. It's white, Anthony. It's white. Look it up. It's white standardized. Look up two things. It's white standardized medicine, and that is the medicine. That is the medicine that we are governed under in the United States that still stands today. That means we're excluded from that. That's what Obama was trying to address. That's lazy Trump, who don't really know about this, was trying to capitalize on in his first term when he was trying to, campaign for his for presidency. He threw that out. He didn't know much about it. He didn't care. He was just trying to get those of us who understood what's happening today. He was just trying to get our attention, get our vote. That's all there is. But it's white standard fucking medicine.
Okay, we got it. Can we move on?
Go research, because if you're not interested, then be not interested.
Okay.
Say that.
Okay, Kia. No. Let's go back. Okay, I believe Ed, I think you have a clip ready. But before that goes on, welcome to the 420, everyone. Right now we've had just really heated some discussions about a few things. If you have a pink ticket and you want to join the clique, please do. That way you can always get a notification every time that we are open. And we always love new people. We love new voices, new perspectives, even if it sounds like we don't, but we do. With that said,
can I say something real quick before we go ahead? Just 10 seconds.
Go ahead, Amari.
I just also want to echo what Marlene said. Thank you all for coming. I know we missed y'all yesterday, and I appreciate y'all coming. The energy has been really good and been high from everyone. I can't find anything bad to say about tonight's room, so I just want to say thank y'all. So go ahead, Ed.
Larry was scary as hell because he was too relaxed to see.
Never mind. Y'all got it.
Thank you,
You're welcome, Miss K. Hold on, Ann. We'll get back to it.
Hi. Lisa, how are you, gorgeous?
Hold on, Misa. Ed got to play a clip.
Hi, Anthony.
My bad.
See, you messing up.
Well, go ahead.
You're messing up the timing of the program.
Okay, go. I'm sorry. Damn, can't even say hi to the people.
Go ahead, Ed.
All right, give me a second.
All right.
Hey, Misa, are you in the house?
Girl, finally. I was looking for some ribs.
Oh, stop it.
All over the country.
All right, somebody's in for Lawrence O'Donnell. We'll hear his name in a second.
Oh, no.
Last word starts right now with Daniels in for Lawrence. Hey, Eugene. Hello, Mr. Chairman. You go get some rest. You've been working a lot today. Thank you, my friend. I'm on my way right now. Take care.
Not Eugene.
Tonight, we are fewer than 90 days away from Election Day. 89 to be exact. And depending on who you ask, Democrats and Republicans would have you believe they already know how November 3rd.
And Republicans keep arguing that Donald Trump is overseeing an economic comeback unlike anything America has ever seen. In fact, just last night,
Donald Trump dismissed new polling showing his approval rating on the economy has tanked.
I saw polls today on television saying Donald Trump polls on the economy aren't good. The economy is the greatest economy we've ever had by far. The economy aren't good. They're fake polls, just like fake writers.
Democrats, meanwhile, are pointing to those polls, which, of course, as you know, are not fake, and should be a reality check for Donald Trump's Republican Party. Democrats are also pointing to the turnout their party has been seeing over this midterm, over the primaries, over and over, in being excited about what they're saying. And they're arguing that the momentum is moving in one direction, toward Democrats. Whether that remains true 3 months from now will ultimately be decided by voters in November. But the evidence is mounting of just how high a hill Republicans have to climb between now and Election Day. According to new analysis from the Pew Research Center, Donald Trump's approval rating is historically low for a president at this time in his term. They write, quote, President Donald Trump's job approval rating, 34% as of mid-July, has changed little over the last few months. But it is lower than his rating at a comparable point in his last term, 40% in August 2018. And those are most recent other presidents at similar stages in their tenures. It's now comparable to, but modestly lower than, Joe Biden's 37% rating in the summer of 2022. Now, folks, that's the headline. But what may be more concerning to Republicans, who are inextricably linked to this president, is where loss is in support is coming from. Pew reports that much of the decline has come from Republicans and Republican-leaning independents. Listen to this. Today, 69% approve of the way Trump is handling his job as president, down from 84% in February 2025. That is a 15-point drop. Those are voters who have typically been a part of Donald Trump's MAGA coalition. They've been holding it together. And this week, we've been hearing what some of that dissatisfaction sounds like. MS Now's Alex Tabbitt has been traveling through Ohio talking with Trump voters. The voters who supported Donald Trump after hearing promises to lower prices, avoid new foreign wars, and improve their day-to-day lives. For many of those voters Alex spoke with, that's not how they see things today. Instead, many describe disappointment, frustration, even outright anger.
President Trump promised no new foreign wars. He promised to bring down prices. Both of those things aren't happening right now. How are you feeling about your support for him? He's just a man with money, and therefore it makes him powerful. Money talks louder than, honestly, a whole group of people. But my view of him went down. I'm not a big fan anymore. Why? Like I said, he's got money, so he thinks he's got all the power. He thinks he can make the decisions of going to war, and he doesn't feel the repercussion because of it. We do. Does the war feel worth it? I mean, at this point now, but I mean, it's not going to stop. So, is there any benefit to your life because of this war? No, not really. Gas prices go up, store prices go up, everything goes up. President Trump is also pushing so that his family is immune from IRS tax audits. It can't be audited. It looks like it may go forward. Yeah, no. Pardon my language. No. What? That's not cool. How does he get to do that? We don't. Like, no. No. That's all I got to say.
I don't think that's fair at all. Just because he's president doesn't mean he gets two special privileges like that.
I bet many of you at home are feeling similarly. The latest CNN polling shows Democrats lead Republicans on the generic ballot by 8 points among registered voters, 47% to 39%. Now, generic ballot polls don't predict the outcome of individual races, but they offer a snapshot of what's going on in the national political climate. And right now, again, things seem to be moving in the Democrats' direction. Another CNN poll found by a 10-point margin, Americans now call Democrats more than Republicans, quote, the party of change.
The shift from just last spring when Republicans had a 7-point advantage in the same exact poll. We're also beginning to see signs that enthusiasm is actually translating into votes. Just 2 days ago, Michigan Democrats saw strong turnout for Tuesday's primaries. The Washington Post reports in Michigan about 1.5 million voters cast ballots in the Democratic primary for governor, compared with about 930,000 in the Republican primary. Of course, primary turnout alone won't determine what happens in November, but campaigns watch these numbers closely, so do they, because it's a sign of voter engagement. At the same time, Republicans are finding themselves defending states they once expected to hold comfortably. In Iowa, New Emerson polling shows the Democratic nominee for governor there, Rob Sand, now holds a narrow lead over his Republican opponent. And Democratic Senate candidate Josh Turek, who will join us in just a moment, trails Republican Ashley Hinson by just 3 points, 48% to 45%. That is a statistical tie, folks, right within the poll's margin of error. Just 2 years ago, Republicans didn't think they'd have to defend Iowa. I talked to them. Now, Democrats see it as one of their best chances to flip a Senate seat. And one of the party's biggest names is trying to help make the case.
A lot of people have heard me say this. Of all the things I've done in politics, Iowa was my favorite thing. There was just a magic about regular folks showing up in gyms like this, and just talking out. How do we move our state forward? How do we move the country forward?
I'll tell you what, people all across Iowa are saying that they're feeling that hope, that optimism for the first time in a long time.
That's my sense. That's what I think's going to happen. I've seen enough. Not only did I get whooped, but you got here a man of character, somebody who knows how to win. Now the ball's in your court, Iowa.
I know that guy. Leading off our discussion tonight is Iowa.
Then there's Josh Turek. He is the Democrat.
All right, so that was the opening statement. I appreciated all the polls. It just puts a lot of emphasis in terms of like what needs to be turned around, in particular the war, as well as the economy, or at least the way the economy is going with respect to inflation. Open any other comments?
I don't know. I thought it was in regards to the voter, the male voter. Did they say these were people who were once Trump supporters? These folks?
He kind of implied that they were Trump voters, but I wasn't clear.
Yeah, I'm calling a little bit of cap on that. As Sister TT said, a little bit of a dip on the chip. I'm saying they put a little guac on that. You know what I'm saying? They had a little extra guac on that 3,000. So they found some rando.
Yeah, the polls, they were just individual people, but you can't really discard the polls. I mean, he's in the poll there.
I mean, he's in a poll, yeah. But we'll see. Regards to the Senate, he just has to hold on to the Senate. That's all. I mean, it would be his first term. Like, you know, presidents lose the House during the midterm. It's history shows, and most of y'all, from my understanding, are historyologists. So therefore, y'all will see that
You mean
it happens.
historians?
Yeah. Thank you. Malak, without you in this room, I don't know what I would
Y'all
do.
crack me up every fucking day.
Why are you trying to use everything? I mean, give some of your own originality. Now it's our
I think you took that from me because I mispronounced.
No,
He's copying you. Lisa's the only one but Lisa do it on purpose. Lisa, you do it on purpose. He actually really thought that was a word. So
probably
he's not copying you. He's not copying you. You do this shit on purpose.
I'm actually the really.
He actually thought that was.
I'm quite sure.
I mean,
because
I
he just
have the
uses
dumb
it
one in 420. I mean,
in big
I
pride.
But with that being said, you know, if he loses the House, it's okay. It's 2018. You know, it's no biggie. You know, Democrats actually worked with him. That's the part I don't understand. From and when we say people who understand history, the historians, historyologies.
Oh my God! Stop it!
The historiologist.
Stop. No, seriously, stop.
Okay. So y'all, y'all would know that it happened to Biden, it happened to Trump. One, I mean, it happened to Barack Obama. And so let's not pretend like the Democrats, if they win the Senate, now that's huge. If they don't win the Senate, then it's like, what else?
I just knew he was going to say hysterectomy next.
I was. How'd you know? Fuck, you know me too well, Ed. Ed knows me too well. But she stopped me before I can say it. Damn it. I love y'all though, man. Even the ones that hate me. And they know I love them.
We love you too. We love you too.
Thank you. You know, so, but me, so, this whole socialism thing though, we'll get the Republicans back in power though. I guarantee you.
Okay, so how are you going to do that? This is going to be the focus. This is going to be the focus for our socialism, because I want all you guys to get on board. Get on the Democratic Socialist train. I'm trying to get this clip, and as usual, every time I do something that I found at work, when I get home, it's an adventure. So let me just keep trying to.
I would rather get back on that Trump train that's crashed and burned than get on the DSA train. I'm gonna be honest.
And why is that, Omari? I'd like to hear you expound on that. Go ahead.
I mean, you want to be a party that wants to get rid of the Senate, get rid of, abolish police or reimagine whatever they try to use now. Now they're trying to change their tune.
Absolutely, especially with law enforcement.
Oh my
Abolish
goodness.
ICE, absolutely.
Where's ICE on the stage? ICE is he's no longer on the stage. Anything. If you start with abolish ICE on Jump Street, I can't vote for you. What I can say is you can put guardrails on ICE. I would say you can make.
And why? I'm asking why. I mean, you're just saying things and not giving.
No. What? Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm not speaking Germanology.
Oh my God! See, stop.
So, what do you don't understand? I guess maybe let's start there. What's confusing you?
Okay, we've got to chase down those immigrants in the streets.
It's not chasing down. It's Millette. There's people that come across the border that don't have our best interest. ICE does hundreds of activities and law enforcement. They just don't hunt down people.
What about
right?
what about the South Africans though? How have they contributed? How are they doing?
Who?
The South Africans, the ones that Trump let in this year, that they were being, ostracized.
I don't know. Are they committing crimes? Do you have any stats? I don't know.
I don't know, but what you don't do.
I'm not even talking about Hispanics that are here. I'm talking about people who cross the border without, introducing themselves. We're literally talking, and then people who have committed crimes.
Bring a gift. Something.
At least say I'm here. Hello.
But Amari, the question I have is, why you isolate police and then emphasize ICE? Because aren't they the same regime?
I was speaking.
Who was speaking?
So Omari,
you weren't. No, Sean, you weren't speaking. Did anybody hear that she was speaking?
Chaya left, Chaya right.
I heard Sean speaking. Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah. What's your problem? So my question to you, Omari, couldn't Customs and Border Patrol perform that function? Because traditionally Republicans are about smaller governments. So we could combine that function into Customs and Border Patrol and reduce the budget by $300 million.
Well, I mean, I think they hired how many ICE agents? So I don't know, tens of thousands.
Not enough.
So basically, I think you could reduce the number of ICE agents, like similar you can reduce the number of IRS agents. I'm all for that. But to completely abolish, that's the key word, Ms. Shawn, is ridiculous. You want state troopers or you want Customs and Border
we didn't always
interior
want ICE,
enforcement?
right?
Interior enforcement? They go door to door?
They already can. They can pretty much come in. I forgot how many miles in. So they already can, literally the shooting that took place was actually a Customs and Border Patrol officer.
They need to be on the borders. Just the Mexican border need to be on the Canadian border. You know, like they need to protect
Yeah,
the
in
border.
case Marlene wants to try anything.
Well, yeah. Well, Marlene could get in because
You're just trying. I swear you're just trying to troll because no one's coming from Canada, busting like. It's just,
wait a minute. Canada has a border, right?
We already share. We know that we have officers on both sides of the border, right? You're not worried about Canadians coming into America.
Well, Canadians
So please stop.
overstayed their visa. They need to go
Yeah,
too.
and so do Europeans, and so do a lot of other people. But you
Yeah,
guys will
get
go
rid
after.
of all of them.
Hold on. But ICE is not going after them, are they? No, they're not. So what
How do you know
what
ICE is not
conversation
going
we
after
have?
them?
Have you heard or have you seen them?
Have you looked at the stats of the different
Okay,
people?
then
You
tell
don't
me.
have to
Then tell me the
stop
stat.
Asian.
Then tell me the stat.
I mean, we've had this conversation.
Tell
I
me
can go
the
back and
stat
find it.
of people. Oh, so they are cracking down on all the people are
I
overstaying.
mean, majority are going to be
awesome.
south of the border.
Don't do
The
any
majority.
crime.
I haven't heard that.
The white
but, hey,
immigrants
awesome.
are harmless, huh? White immigrants don't do shit. They
Hey, Jose, come on now.
Y'all
So
scared
can I
of
get
little
into
ass
the queue?
Mexicans.
So can I get in the queue because I thought
Niggas are scared of little ass Mexicans.
Oh my
that
gosh,
ain't done
shut
shit.
up.
What
I'd
jobs
like
have
to
these immigrants taken from you niggas? None. But y'all also want the
Oh, here
immigrants
we
out that ain't
go.
done shit to y'all. Ain't affecting nothing you niggas is going through. But y'all want to talk these white talking points. These fucking white lies. Immigrants ain't done shit.
I find
White
this
people
such
are more of a
funny.
threat. These
Wow.
Just
motherfucking
let
white
him
people are more of a threat
finish.
Can I
than
just
these
be a black
immigrants.
man?
Motherfucking white people more of a threat than these goddamn immigrants. What? Fuck you niggas
percent
be
to the
talking
last
about.
episode. 100% to the last episode.
Oh,
I want to
Mari, tell him about black on black
I don't know, can
crime.
nobody
Maybe
hear
he'll
me?
change his mind.
Can we
Y'all
not?
okay?
Kia, could you relax?
Too many people are talking at the same time.
One person at a time.
I'm being passed over, and that's the frustration. So I apologize. I want
Please don't let the jury think that these corners every the clock.
to respond to what Omar. So Omari, and I agree with the last speaker in that you said, forget the police. We're talking about ICE. And so, how do you, as Black people in these United States, and we're getting picked off one by one? We are not paying attention that we're being picked off one by one. We are being hung one by one, especially in 2020, since there's a concentration of us being hung one by one. And so if we're not just talking about the police, we're talking about ICE, we're talking about all of this thing. And where? In the primaries, in the what do you call that thing, that the shit that's gonna happen in November? Where is that gonna solve those problems? Because didn't these little white masked men just show up in Washington the other day? And there's no legislations on the board. There's no senators or Republicans or Democrats who are saying we're going to stop that dumb shit from happening, to stop the KKK and whichever way they show up. And the white
They were South African refugees.
Here I go. I'm talking.
They had their land stolen.
Please don't interrupt.
She feels like she can interrupt me specifically. But I'm asking a question. Where does our need to show up? Because we're not in these southern border states. We are majority in the southeast. It's not Florida. We don't have this influx of immigrants that affect us like that. We are affected by the police across this nation. We're affected second-handedly, or not the major objective, by ICE. We are subjected to some shit, and we are scared, and we are fucking picked off, and we're not focused on that. We're focused on immigrants, like the last speaker said. That's bullshit. Because how? And I'm asking you, how do you differentiate ICE from the police? Because we are being targeted, and we are being tracked all day, every day. We see it in the news. When I would live in Georgia, I promise you, those people who live in Atlanta, I promise you, Dunwoody is notorious and don't give two shits about your rights. All they give two shits about niggas stay in place. And if you get into an accident and you're the black one in it and the one that's not at fault, they're gonna find a way to fault your ass. And that's the police, and that's not ICE. And then I moved to Gwinnett. And Gwinnett is even way fucking worse than Dunwoody goddamn police. And they forget LAPD, because LAPD and the helicopters are chasing niggas all day, goddamn every day. How do you just deny that the police are in the story? And on top of that, how are we not in the primaries asking our representatives to protect black bodies? How can we not putting ourselves first in this dumb shit? I don't get it. And so thank you.
Because these niggas be wanting to act like they white and adopt these white talking.
That's a fact.
That don't affect us.
That's a fact. That's a fact, Amoni.
These dumbass niggas.
Jose,
we need more immigrants in here so they could take the focus a little bit off of us. Because imagine if it wasn't no immigrants, these motherfuckers would be on us even more.
That's
He's
true.
talking about you, Omar.
My
Yeah,
uncle got deported.
So
you need the immigrants as a diversion.
that's what I heard. So let me answer to Marlene. So I don't know if you know. So 58 Canadians was held in ICE detention as of March of 2026, and then more than 150 Canadians, including children, have been detained. So one actually died. I don't know if you noticed, according to CBC News.
And you think that's a great thing, right, Omar?
So I just want her to know that she wasn't up to date on her Canadian ICE.
200. So I'm sorry, that's such a large sample of people.
Pretty large for Canadians.
Okay.
And I bet you it's double. And I would like to probably dig deeper and get it.
Omar, can I ask? Hey, let me just ask something.
Real quick.
Or are they just coming from Canada?
Hold on, Marlene. I didn't.
Or were they hold on, I'm asking a question. Are they Canadians or were they just coming from Canada?
It says they are Canadians being held
for illegally for overstaying their visas. It's a question. It's not a. I'm not arguing.
No, that's okay. I mean, I'll drop that CBC story for you.
Overstaying your visa is not a border issue because obviously you came in legally with a visa, so it has nothing to do with the border.
Yeah, so that's how you have to be specific. What exactly are they sneaking in, or are they just overstaying their visas? It's kind of a big difference.
I forgot what I was going to say. Go ahead, JD. You had a question for me.
No, don't over. Marley was just asking you stuff.
No,
I can't. You're
gonna have to give me those facts of those, because there is a distinction of whether it's sneaking in, which is what we were discussing earlier, versus overstaying their visas, which is a crime that not just Canadians but anyone, especially Europeans and all the Chinese and all the Asians.
Detention.
Did the Canadians say hi when they came in?
Which one you want detention of ICE? You want to focus on ICE detention? Or you want to talk about overstaying?
Surely that they would. Would they not be? If that was overstaying their visas, would they not be detained by ICE for that reason?
I mean, it's possible. It could be criminal. It's most likely criminal activity because Trump is only going after the worst of the worst.
Well, there's a distinction between people sneaking into your country and the people who have overstayed their visas and being detained, right?
Of course, there is.
Then make the distinction. Just specify what you're talking about. You said, there's all these Canadians going into America.
Canadians, on what? I didn't say all.
No, I didn't say, of course, I didn't say you said all Canadians. I said, no, my lord.
You just said all. And I said,
okay. You said all these Canadians. Not all Canadians.
I didn't say all, though. You just said it again.
Oh my good lord! Are you not understanding do you understand English? You're saying that there's a whole bunch of I'll rephrase. You're saying there's a whole bunch of Canadians sneaking in from the border.
I didn't use the word sneaking. I said overstay.
This is how he gets
conversation. But that's not just. But again,
but
that's
you
where the
said
point
it in
was.
the context
But that was not
of
the point exactly. Because we're sneaking into the border. That's not the same thing.
He was talking about the Canadian border being defended.
Exactly. That's what we're talking about, Amari. Context means everything.
Yeah, but then
hold on, Amari, don't do that, because we were talking about border and border control versus people overstaying their visas. That is a big difference.
I wanted to be inclusive. I said that it needs to protect all the borders.
So but again, that's implying that the borders are not currently protected, which makes no sense. Considering there literally is border control on both sides of the border. What are we talking about here? Overstaying your visa has nothing to do with border control. What are you doing?
You made a situation. You said, we're sneaking. No, because you made a statement not like we're sneaking over it a bit. And I said, Canadians overstay their visa.
But you said,
but that's not. Oh my good lord! Those are two different subjects. But it's okay. If you're going to act as if it's the same time subject, you can do that.
You were proved wrong.
Proved wrong on what?
Canadians are in ICE custody because you tried to make it seem like there's only brown people being held in ICE custody.
Who said that?
You did.
When did it come out of my mouth? Hold on. First of all, Canadians are not just white people, first of all. I have no idea what in the world you're talking about. I literally asked you a question. First of all, we were talking about border and border control, and now you're talking about overstaying visa, which are two different subjects. No, I did not actually. We were, again, what part of we were talking about border control did you not understand? Then I asked you a question as regards to who's being detained by ICE. Is it because they were snuck in, or is it because they overstayed their visas? That was a question.
You just asked me that question. Fine. When you cut
Exactly,
me off,
that was the question I asked you about whether they would overstay their visas or not.
When you cut me off and didn't let me finish, you would have.
Omari, Megan keeps applauding you, so I think you should ask her out.
No, I'm not going to ask her.
I don't know why you're not following
there.
this conversation. Like,
Megan is on your side. There could be something there. I know you love white women.
What is going on?
Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, I'm here.
It's just annoying, Mama. It's just annoying. The idea that we're not even.
You don't like trolling. Okay, interesting.
I don't like trolling. We're not even voting for in these midterms. We're not even voting for.
I'm trying to be more serious. The stakes are very high.
How are we doing that? We're still. So Obama ran on grassroots. Did he not? Did he not?
Hold on. Let's stick to. Hold on, people. Let's go back to the conversation. This topic.
I would love to hear what the new people on stage have to say. JJ, serious? What's up?
Amari, why are you gaslighting Marlene? Like, you know good and well what you said. Marlene,
you don't know. Like, it's like he knows he can't gaslight me, but it's okay. I'm just not even going to bother.
And she lit herself on fire.
That's what y'all get for adopting him.
I assure you.
Why y'all adopted Marlene?
Omari, the worst of the worst. Trump is going after the worst of the worst when he's literally hunting down like children and grandmas.
Hold on, I think Lisa, you trying to say something?
I'm gonna let you guys finish this conversation because I really don't know what it's about, so I'm just listening. But go ahead, because we gotta move forward. Go ahead, what's your JJ? Finish your
Hey, Misa, you forgot me.
What's up? I'm just trying to.
I like your new PTR.
Really? Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No, I was just like, come on now, Omari. We cannot say that Trump is going after the worst of the worst when he's hunting down, abuelas and children and stuff and having them zip tied and shooting like, soccer moms in the face via proxy, via ICE agents, like literally like mass KKK as thugs in covered up faces and vans and stuff. Come on. He's literally just terrorizing pretty much anybody who's black or brown and has an accent.
Well, ICE attacks are up over 1,000%, so that's why they're protecting. And two, if it's called collateral damage. So let's say if I'm going to, I have a target that I have to go pick up who actually is a criminal, and literally, if I go in that area and I find 5 or 6 other people, and maybe they may not have a criminal record, but they still don't have their proper documents, they're going to get picked up.
Only happens. That's not how it only happens.
Collateral damage.
They also are randomly walking up to people. They're doing these. We already know they're
telling them you have an
people. Oh, hold on. We know they're stopping people of color. We know all this already.
Mm-hmm.
We know they were given permission to do this in some states, right? Weren't they getting permission to stop people of color? So these aren't people that were quote unquote criminals that they knew they were criminals or were surrounded by other immigrants. We know that. And then now, what is it? What's the number? It's $2,500 per taxpayer to pay for this shit right now. This is the businessman, right? This is a businessman. Right, that you all said was a good businessman. I'm trying to see the benefit. I got the benefit of the criminals, but I'm trying to see the benefit of the rest of this shit, other than make America white again.
Real shit too. Answer me this question. How does Mexicans get deported out of New Mexico? The state is called New Mexico, and Mexicans are getting deported in New Mexico. That's kind of crazy to me.
Are you serious though?
Yeah, and I even got stopped by ICE before too. When I was walking down 183rd Street in New York, they asked me like, "Oh, you got papers?" I'm like, "I'm Puerto Rican." I literally had to show them my ID just to prove it.
But see, you guys mess up the argument.
They pressed me like
say,
they're a gang or something.
But you mess up the argument when you kind of say, "Oh, they're arresting Mexicans in New Mexico." New Mexico is not Mexico.
Yeah, but they have the entitlement to even name it after it. And America, we even let in Mexicans to, hey, you do wiring work, we need your wiring work skills. You know, construction, we need your construction skills. You know how to fix refrigerators, we need that too. But hey, your family can't stay here because fuck them.
They didn't cross the border crossed them.
Facts.
What?
They didn't move. The border moved across them. They just kicking it where they been.
Just got here the other day?
A lot of them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. They learn stuff about every day.
Y'all drifting towards MAGA, boy. Y'all drifting towards MAGA. Yeah, I'm on that tonight.
Don't start. You on one?
I'm on that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me pass you something. So you can get off it. Nobody's trying to be MAGA in here.
Leave them people alone. They're not even coming over here no more.
Can I ask a question?
Because of y'all.
Can I ask you a question? Why do y'all think that
somebody has Notorious blocked? Can you guys unblock him or drop down or something?
Why do y'all think that ICE gets such a bad rep under Trump, but they were more active under Obama?
Because they were doing things the proper way under Obama, and they were going after actual criminals.
They weren't shooting American citizens.
It wasn't ICE under Obama. It was Customs and Border Patrol.
It was ICE.
No,
it was ICE as well. It was ICE.
It was ICE.
It was.
Yes, it was.
It was.
And hold on, wait a second.
It was
Under Obama's administration, ICE killed over 40 people under Obama, and they deported twice as many people as
shooting
Obama.
citizens in the street. I didn't hear about that.
Yes, they killed over 43 people. They didn't put it in a newspaper to make y'all feel, propaganda.
Who did they shoot?
What the propaganda?
Who did they shoot? Could you give me one case?
One at a time.
One case at a time.
Y'all can look it up yourselves. No.
You brought nah. Y'all be so
propaganda.
fucking dumb. Y'all come up here with this happened, but
It's
you have no
propaganda.
cases. You have no cases.
You can look it up yourself.
No, you look it up, bitch, and put it in the
Why are you doing all that? Instead of having a
it.
conversation, this is what y'all are so emotional.
We're having a
fuck
very
up.
Literally, are you serious?
Y'all. We're having a very nice, friendly night tonight, which is unusual. So I like to keep it that way, if y'all don't mind. But I have this little clip. Go ahead, sir. I want you to answer Justice's question because you said it wasn't reported. But how did you find out if it wasn't reported?
You could just do your homework and see how many people died under.
Homework.
You could do it. You do your homework and see how many people died under.
Cats.
Under ICE, under Obama. No, it wasn't propagandized.
That's not true. There's no fact behind what you're saying.
So nobody died under. So he didn't. So Obama didn't deport more.
If you gave us a case, we could probably look at it, but you don't have any.
We're not talking about deporting. We're talking about killing American citizens. Killing American citizens.
Y'all literally just said.
People at the border.
That's not true.
Are we saying 0 people were shot from 2008 to 2016? Is that the argument?
ICE didn't kill American citizens when Obama was president.
No, not
So are we gonna say that ICE didn't shoot anyone from 2008 to 2016?
We're not doing the technical.
That's what y'all saying. That's what y'all saying.
No, it's that people keep mixing up Customs and Border Patrol with ICE. They're two different agencies.
It was ICE.
Was American
ICE.
citizens blowing whistles in people's face?
It was not ICE.
And
Were they blocking?
Shut up. Don't nobody deserve to get shot for blowing a whistle in nobody's face.
What? How about trying to run over somebody?
killing of people
Okay,
under
wait a
Obama
minute. Who's muting the
administration.
stage?
There just wasn't.
Who's muting the stage?
Omari.
How would I make the
wasn't
stage?
me.
Yeah, I won't do
Okay,
that.
guys, chill. Okay, so can we talk one at a time? But so you're saying there's a difference at this point between ICE and what was the other agency?
Customs and Border Patrol.
Okay, so go ahead and finish speaking because I just heard you kept saying that. And
Yeah, because so the difference is that under the Obama administration, he was attempting to do it as humanely as possible. So he was stopping and deporting people before they even come inward. And he was able to prevent a lot of folks from coming, literally even entering the country and establishing residency. Whereas under the Biden administration, a high concentration of people actually came in and were able to establish residency within the borders of the United States. Hence the reason why Obama was given the nickname President, what would they call him?
Deporter-in-chief.
Deporter-in-chief. Because he was literally utilizing Customs and Border Patrol at its most maximum level to prevent crossing of the border.
Real quick, Chad, give me a second. Give me just 10 seconds. So, but with Barack Obama, his administration under Fast and Furious is responsible, according to stats, for tens of thousands of Mexicans being dead because they sold guns to the cartel. Also, a border agent was killed.
Are you kidding me?
Because of him. So things happen.
Oh, wow.
But we're not gonna forget about Fast and Furious, which caused brown people that you say you quote unquote care about, that were died in Mexico because of those guns.
I love that movie.
Oh wow, that's
not to sound insensitive.
This isn't true. None of this is true.
weird.
So not to sound insensitive, but 67 deaths under the Obama administration, if we're really going to talk about underneath the hands of ICE, really isn't all that bad. When you talk about the Trump administration and how he has pretty much poured in billions and billions of dollars into funding ICE for them to just outlandishly murder people out in the streets, it's nowhere comparison. Think of it as the bird flu. You know, the pandemic that we don't often talk about underneath the Obama administration, the reason why there were less deaths and more cases for the bird flu, that pandemic, and the reason why he outpaced Trump when it came to COVID, and he tore up that pandemic preparedness kit that he left behind. Yeah. So those deaths that we keep talking about, and I heard and I saw Vikings comment in the chat, 67 deaths. We have to really start talking about how these deaths are articulated. What are they breaking down to? Why did they die? What were the causes of their death? When you talk about murder, you got ICE agents underneath Trump who are murdering people for no reason, just because they look like they're for them, because they're black and brown.
Well, there were no murders ever.
Well, so see, that's the point I'm making, Just. So when they talk about the deaths, you're talking about deaths, 67 deaths between 2009 to 2017. I think that's actually pretty good.
Right. It says the deceased individuals were non-citizen detainees, and reports attributed to their deaths primarily to medical neglect, inadequate health care inside facilities, heart attacks, pre-existing conditions, or suicide, not lethal force or actions by agents against American citizens.
Yeah, that was my point. He tried to do it as humanely as possible through the Customs and Border Patrol program. And I don't know if any other people are experiencing this in their communities, but they're literally trying to buy up as much office space and warehouse space as they possibly can throughout the United States to build these detention centers.
Correct.
Like, it's crazy.
Also, it should be noted that there were actually quite a few Democrats, if you were, kind of following the politisphere and pundits and stuff, who had issues with that. They took issue with that. But the difference is, Mr. Propaganda Tax person, Obama was he was a great president. He was doing a lot of really good things. So they were not going to go too hard. Are we really trying to relitigate Obama's presidency? Because shout out to the LGBT community.
That's the only people. That's the only people he helped under his administration under 2 terms.
Gay
was helping
marriage.
LGBTQ people.
gay
Well, he
marriage
didn't help them. The
background. That's
Supreme
enough.
Court did.
But not
I
the
wish
legal
y'all
way.
understood how law works because
He
he didn't help anyone. He didn't do
He
anything
did.
for the gay community. The Supreme
He
Court
did.
did.
So
That's who made that possible, not Obama. Y'all are
Obama made
We're
it
not
possible,
gonna
and he
relitigate.
still supports it to this day.
We're not doing that.
supporting and making things possible and codifying things into law are two different things. So if you understand how law works, the Supreme Court is are the people who made gay marriage possible, not Obama. Obama had nothing to do with it.
He did. It was a part of his campaign. What are you talking about?
No, it wasn't. He was against gay marriage when he came in.
Legalize
What are y'all be dumb as shit?
legalize
He
the
was
same-sex
literally
marriage.
against gay marriage. So was Biden.
He was against it.
He was against it.
He evolved.
Yep, he actually said he evolved.
He did. Yeah, this is a public statement.
Biden said it too.
Jeez, like
Neither one of them were for it.
y'all so
Like,
full
what
of
are you talking
propaganda?
He
about?
was initially advocating civil unions, but not marriage.
Okay, so we have breaking news to do, but before we do that, because this is on the topic, and maybe you guys, since you're talking about this, I'm gonna go ahead and play this because this was part of one of the clips we were supposed to play. Thank you, Ed, for being my lifesaver, and I like the cherry one. You've played Lawrence O'Donnell tonight. You always step in and make sure you play Lawrence O'Donnell for this floor, and I appreciate you so much, Ed. I don't want to seem like I don't. So thank you so much for always taking time out of your night to play Lawrence O'Donnell for everyone. No one says thank you to you. They think you're supposed to be doing it. You know, this is our job. And I haven't got not one W-2 from this bitch. So I'm sorry. So thank you, Ed. I appreciate you.
No problem.
Not the W-2.
Child, these people, they got a fucking nerve. They think that this is our job. We're supposed to take shit, eat shit, shit. I'm just so sick of these motherfuckers. Okay, but anyhow, let me get back, stay focused. Okay, so this is what I want to play since you guys are talking about immigration. And listen, just be patient with this. This is a conversation. We're just talking tonight. That's it. Because eventually we gotta go to sleep. Because we got jobs tomorrow. So listen to this.
Outside of baby benefits, can you name one Democrat? Is there an America First Democrat? Is there such a thing as an America First?
What happened? Oh, sorry, hold on, guys. What's going on with our tape? Did I just say tape? I deserve it. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. Are you connected? Oh, okay. One moment. I'm so sorry. I have like a million speakers, but I don't plug them up, which is wild. Now, this is not the JBL, so let me see if I can find the plug for this one. Okay. Maybe it's this one. All right. Perfect. Perfect. All right, now turn it back on. Look at y'all being so quiet. It's like Lisa can't even get her stuff together. No, I can't. Okay, I think it's working now. All right. Where were we?
There are cuck to the Islamic extremist Democrats, but there are no America First Democrats. There are no John F. Kennedys. There are 0 John F. Kennedys in the Democrat Party right now, except maybe federal. Maybe. Funny. Guy comes into the Senate on vibes, has a host of mental health issues, goes away to a place, and then comes out sounding like a conservative Republican. Weird. So in Connecticut, The governor is spending millions of dollars to support illegals, Ned Lamont. In New Jersey, the governor, Mikey Sherrill, is spending $20 million while complaining there's not enough resources for education, by the way. Okay? Complaining there's not enough resources for education, but is going to spend $20 million of state taxpayer money on illegals. Here's a montage of California mayors, starting with San Francisco, talking about their primary premier issue, which is not American citizens and not homeless Americans, cut through.
Here in the Bay Area, hundreds of thousands of our immigrant neighbors are living with fear and financial uncertainty. Why local mayors, county leaders, and the San Francisco Foundation created the Stand Together Bay Area Fund to raise $10 million in direct cash assistance for immigrant families across our region.
Over the past year, I've heard from immigrant neighbors across our city who are living with fear and uncertainty. No one in our community should have to live like this. That's why I've teamed up with other Bay Area big city mayors and the San Francisco Foundation to raise $10 million in direct support for immigrant families.
That is why I am proud to partner with the San Francisco Foundation. They have an aggressive goal to raise $10 million.
That's why local leaders, including myself and the San Francisco Foundation, created the Stand Together Bay Area Fund. Our goal is to raise $10 million in urgent direct cash assistance for immigrant families across 6 Bay Area counties.
Isn't it funny? They have no plan to actually solve homelessness. It's getting worse in California. Not better, it's getting worse. It's not going to get better if Nithya Raman wins the election. They are not promoting resources for veterans. They are not promoting resources for American citizens. Their only priority is the illegal immigrant. Nothing more, nothing less. It's the illegal immigrant in New Jersey, in New York, in Connecticut, in California, and everywhere Democrats are in charge. The only people that matter are the illegal. Where's the America First Democrat? Where? Outside of maybe better. Where? Look at the candidates that are actually succeeding in the Democratic primaries. They're communists and radical Islamists.
Oh, that's the other one. Okay, so what do you guys think about that statement?
Wait, who are you playing right now?
Oh no, I have to look.
Who is this person?
I have to look.
A generic right-wing MAGA type.
What did he say that made you interested? I'm curious. What was the phrase that made you emotional?
Who are you talking to?
What was it?
Are you talking to me?
Yes. What was the part in that recording?
I was asking who was talking, and she's giving me the answer.
We know we heard that, but
yeah, they're America First Democrats all over the place. They talk about having, people not avoid taxes. They care about science. They care about rebuilding roads here. They care about healthcare. They care about homelessness, feeding the poor. You mean like that kind of stuff? Those America First Democrats? The ones who don't want to, let's say, fund crazy wars in Iran? Are you talking about those?
No, I'm asking, is that what you just heard? That's your question
his question was, where are the America First Democrats? And I'm telling you, all of the things that the America First Democrats believe. And I'm asking Lisa, before you interrupted, Misa, who was the person speaking?
America First? I'm just asking. While she looks for it, I was just asking what
Was it
heightened
Sean
your
Hannity?
No, I don't know because it was.
It was a
sent to me.
podcast individual, right? I don't know who that. The voice doesn't sound familiar.
It sort of sounded like Sean Hannity.
No, it's not. It's definitely not Sean Hannity. Come on now.
I don't think it's Sean.
It's definitely not Sean Hannity. I don't know Sean. It's someone. It sounded like It sounds like a fake Rush Limbaugh.
It's not
Like a Timo, like a Timo
I asked
Rush.
you guys what you thought about the clip.
I mean, well, in some ways it doesn't matter because it's all the same right-wing MAGA talking points that are bullshit.
No, what's the talking point? No, the question was, what's the talking point?
Can we have one at a time, please? One at a time.
I'm sorry, are you not listening to what I said?
Yeah. Good Lord.
He said, where are the America First Democrats? And I just gave you a whole list of all the things the America First Democrats support and are against.
When the reason we were playing
So
it, and I'm
I
reading
don't
the
understand
chat,
what you're
the
talking
reason we were playing it is because we were talking about immigration. Okay? That's why. And we were supposed to be playing this a long time ago, but I was driving trying to get here for 2 fucking hours. This is not my motherfucking job.
My dear, first of all, hello. Number two, I'm asking because normally when people play clips, there's a basis tied to the conversation. And
Don't
normally
do that conversation shit with me.
I just said conversation.
We were
That's how you say
talking
conversation. What are you talking
about immigration.
Right, but what I'm saying is
Were you
that
here?
it being, I understand that. What I'm saying is it being pertinent to the conversation because whoever it is who's speaking is important. What that person was saying would be important. Like what their relevance is to the
Just
discussion.
comment on the fucking on the fucking clip, please. That's it. That's all.
I think he was responding to why they were saying certain things. That's it.
Because we're all out of sequence. We played. Nobody said we would play Lonzo Donald while we were playing that shit. You guys are killing me. Just go with the fucking flow.
Yeah, I just think it's
commenting on like a limited context of the things that he's talking about. That's why it's
We're just
important
having a
to know.
conversation. If you guys don't want to talk about it, move on.
Well, that's
Because
why
they
we're
were talking about immigration, and then we started talking about.
Was it
I don't know
Alex
what-
Jones? Is that Alex
No,
Jones?
I don't. Oh shit. Okay.
no. Can y'all stop pestering Lisa with questions?
Okay.
But
I won't ask any questions. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no.
Go ahead with limited context about the immigration debate. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's just sparking the
What's
conversation.
wrong with
But
you guys? Okay, bye. Because we're just having a conversation about immigration. You guys pick up where you left off, and I just asked you, what did you think about what he said? That's all I said.
Basura. Do you understand that? It's garbage.
Okay, so you commented. Next.
What do you call Fetterman? What was the name he gave to Fetterman?
I think JJ wanted to say something.
Girl, we
JJ?
don't understand. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get what.
well, the whole thing was about asking where the America First Democrats, and I think that the issue is that we.
Balls. Yeah,
Well, that's a whole other conversation, Chad. But I think that the issue is that Democrats and MAGA Republicans just have a fundamentally different understanding and perspective on what America First actually is. That's the thing, because Democrats for the most part, like we're not. First of all, we don't call people who come into this country who are actually coming here for a better life, like many of our, what you call it, or many people we know. I mean, obviously, like this, FDA. Let's say FDA. I'm like, we're descendants of slaves and things like that. A lot of us, but a lot of people come to this country, just for a better life, just trying to work and pay their bills and contribute to society. So we're not villainizing them. We're not, calling them illegals, which I just think is an absolutely deplorable term to literally call someone, like objectifying them in a way and removing the humanity. Like, how is a person illegal? Like, that's just a very, very, a very disgusting thing to say. But that's the thing. So, yeah, America First, it just means different things, to Democrats versus MAGA Republicans. So, but also too, the other thing that he was, which I already saw earlier today. I saw like the guy that just won in was it Minnesota?
Right.
They,
No,
they,
it wasn't
they-
Minnesota. Was it
Michigan.
Michigan?
I'm a New Yorker, y'all. Sorry. What do you call it? I've never been to neither of those places. But they already have the Republicans and stuff. They're already going on with the attack ads, and I saw one, where they took one little clip of him saying like, I'm dangerous, when obviously he was just, talking about like I'm lit, like I'm a danger to, Trump and all of his fuckery. And they just took that little clip and they're running that with an attack ad. So they're just trying to frame, when they said Islamists and, radicals, they're trying to do what they, go back to their playbook, because they know that the majority of, Trump supporting MAGA is racist. So they want to gin that up. They don't feel that non-white people deserve to be considered as their equal as American citizens. So, they're just going back to the playbook as usual, racism, bigotry.
Okay, I appreciate you. And then the
Love
thing
you.
about it, thank you, sir. You know what it was is that we had clips to play. It took me 4 hours to get home, literally 4 hours to get home. Bumper to bumper traffic. So I couldn't play any of the clips.
Why?
So now that I'm home, I want to play the clips that our clip player pulled for us for tonight. And that's what we're doing. If you guys are confused,
Who's the clip
Just
player?
looking.
Who's the clip player?
it's none of your business.
It's
It's a
Omar,
clip
isn't
puller.
it?
No, it's not.
Why
It's
do
a
y'all think
teenager trying
why
to
y'all
gain
put
some
those jackets
money.
on me? I don't send her clips
And
to
stop
play.
saying jackets.
Because you're
Y'all be
sitting
copying
next to
everything I
her.
say. What
I'm
the
sorry.
fuck?
I
You're
did copy
sitting
that.
next to her.
Yeah, I don't send her clips.
No, he
That's a
doesn't.
lie.
Oh my
He does
god.
not send me anything.
No,
What's wrong with you guys?
Omari plays clips in the room.
I play my own clips. I don't send me some clips.
Yo, what
Here
is
they
wrong
go.
with y'all, man? Why y'all so
This is
goddamn sensitive
Clubhouse
this evening?
madness
Because
and
y'all be
shit.
thinking like everything. I do everything.
Stop being so goddamn sensitive. It's a question.
Because I'm
Cool out,
sensitive.
man.
Y'all being crabby
No,
I'm sensitive
patties.
in a motherfucker, man. God damn.
No, wait,
Yeah.
hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. We were having a very nice room and nobody was crabby. So I'm just trying to figure out, Omari does not send me clips. Why do I need to have anybody send me clips? Why?
All I think we wanted to know is like who was speaking. That's
Okay,
all.
so you know what? I didn't want to even say it, but you guys have just got to know everything about every
I think it's
fucking thing.
important context.
Okay, so the clip is sent to me by my daughter. I don't want to keep, whenever I say I don't know, why don't you just take it for what the fuck it is? And now I gotta say the clip, she does it because she's earning money. I'm gonna have this shit talked about in another room. Fuck it. Listen, if I say something, I'm saying it, right? So why are you doing, I gotta know, I just
Girl, all you had to do was say who was talking. We ain't
I
asked all
don't
that.
know.
Me too.
So look the person name
On
up.
top of it, I don't know.
What are you
But,
giving?
but
like,
why would you think that people not
MP4s or
gonna want to
something?
know who we're
Okay,
listening
so
to?
so if I say I don't know, just then what?
I mean, like, so
So
we can just
seriously,
find
if I
out.
say
Like,
I don't
it's not this dramatic. This is like
That's what I'm trying
this
to
is
say.
Young and the
What's the big
Restless for no
deal?
reason.
No, you started it.
I didn't even ask, but I thought it was Glenn Beck.
Not you. But it's just like if somebody says they don't know, why you just can't let it go? That's my question. Why you just
You're
can't
the
let it
host,
go?
Ricky Lake. Like we're
Not
asking
Ricky Lake.
you.
Not Ricky
It's
Lake.
not
Why
a
I
big
gotta be
deal,
Ricky
but
Lake?
Gotta care.
Well, why I gotta be Ricky Lake though?
I mean, you're.
Okay,
It's giving Ricky Lake. It's giving Jenny Jones. Ricky Lake.
Jenny Jones?
Yeah, it definitely gives Jenny
cannot be
Jones.
Oprah. That's fucked up, Jess. That's okay.
What's wrong with Jenny Jones?
Jenny Jones. That's better.
Jenny Jones used to eat at, when you didn't go to school.
This is crazy now. I can't be Judge Mathis. I can't be
Judge Mathis? No, ma'am. No, girl, you're trying it. Now you're eating us up.
Sally Ray. Y'all is brutal. Y'all.
Sally Ray.
Who?
Sally
Sally Ray.
Dr. Diane Bryant?
Sally Bryant.
Never mind.
Sally Ray.
Y'all remember when was like that girl
That's
from
what we need.
That girl from the Cosby Show, like the daughter when she had her own show.
Tempest
Lisa gives me that a
Bledsoe.
little bit.
Nah, that's trying. That's tryery. Now, why
No,
would
she
you
was
not?
cute. It was cute. They just,
Tempest Bledsoe. She had like 10
yes.
shows.
What? It was cute though.
Misa,
No, it
tell your
gives.
daughter we
You
appreciate
remember
her.
Mother Love?
At least think he was.
Forgive or Forget?
We
Mother
had a
Love
whole
used to be
bunch.
sweating boots. But that's what what it give. Forgive or Forget.
Lisa,
Or Cameron Hall.
Lisa, can I ask a quick question?
Sure, go ahead.
Yes, because there's a lot of people in the room that are very well versed in the politics and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I happened to hear on NPR, they didn't explain it. They announced today that Trump deregulated Head Start. Does anybody know what that
Is about?
Do you have the
defunding.
information on there? Do you have the info on there, please?
I read it earlier, Lisa.
Okay.
Can
What does
somebody
that
share?
mean? Yeah, like how do you deregulate Head Start?
No, I
Like,
think he
what does that
was.
mean?
No, I think he was defunding parts of it. I believe.
No.
Right.
No, I know exactly what I heard, Spirit is. It's classified as deregulation of Head Start.
So
he's talking
Yeah, but
about
they're taking the money away.
for Head Start.
So there are some federal requirements that are associated with Head Start, and that's what they want to get. So, for example, a certain number of staff to children, like class size limits, curriculum requirements.
Oh right, yeah, deregulating.
Health screening.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're
All right,
taking-
here's
They were going to take away.
They're lowering
hold
the
on,
quality.
Hold on, baby kids.
They're
Hold on,
lowering.
baby
So
kids.
lowering the
They're
quality.
taking the money away from the food too.
Hold on,
They're not going
baby
to fund
cakes.
the food.
Hold on, baby cakes.
Well, you
So this
asked me.
No, I just want to tell you I got the thing. So that's you guys are too much.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I'm gonna play it for you, and so you guys will know who the fuck it is. This is coming from God. Now they don't even say. They're gonna ask me a whole goddamn dossier on this one clip. I think this is PBS NewsHour. So let me play it. It's only 1 minute. If y'all can hold your shit for 1 minute, that's it.
Want to end your tiring days with a breathtaking, dreamy visual feast? Meet the 5D holographic projector that turns any ordinary space into a magical deep sea or vast journey in just 1 second.
Okay, here we go.
President Donald Trump's administration on Thursday revealed plans to overhaul Head Start, a federally funded program that provides early education for the nation's poorest children. Officials from the Department of Health and Human Services say the proposed changes would encourage more local decision-making. Early childhood policy experts argue the deregulation could undermine Head Start's position as the gold standard in early education. Head Start centers serve around 700,000 of the nation's most vulnerable children, including those who are homeless, in foster care, or disabled. That is not set to change. The proposed plans include eliminating most of Head Start's regulations, such as standards for low staff-to-student ratios or requirements to provide services for preschoolers' families. Centers will have the option to continue operating as they do. However, officials say they will have to adhere to at least 2 new requirements. Those requirements being a 5% cap on administrative expenses, down from 15% under current rules, and new nutrition provisions championed by Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy. The public will have 60 days to weigh in before changes can be made. The final rules could face legal scrutiny, further delaying their implementation.
Thank you. Now, what does that mean, though? Like, I hear it, but
I can give
what's
you
the
the
impact? Like, does
synopsis.
anybody know what will this be a net positive, a net negative?
I can give a little synopsis. So yes, they are deregulating, but they're talking about relaxing requirements to teacher to child ratios, class sizes, curriculum standards, family engagement, home visit, dental care requirements, and the people are saying they could save over $2 billion. And yeah.
So is that child care? That sounds like child care instead of Head Start.
This is Head Start.
No, I get that, Spirit is. I'm saying, are they downgrading the learning component to the where it's just simply child care?
I mean, this is part of the, I said teacher to child ratios.
Yeah. Like,
Okay, is that childcare? Maximum class sizes, relaxing that standard?
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, if you're relaxing all of these standards, then that I don't know.
Then, right, you're relaxing the standard, which means you can have greater.
She's saying it won't be Head Start anymore after all of that. It'll just
will
be
it be
daycare.
Head Start anymore?
Oh, well,
That's
that,
my
I mean,
point.
yeah, they want to get rid of Head Start. I mean, that's not a secret, is it? They hate children, they hate education, they hate the poor, and they hate minorities, and that's who they think this is going to impact the most. So, of course, they're going to get rid of it. I mean, that's not rocket science, is it?
Well, the point is,
Did it say anything about the food? Because what I read earlier, it talked about not providing food. And
it's
the
going
comments.
it's going to be John Kennedy's style of food. So, he's really big on removing all the additives and removing all of the chemicals from the food. Which is not a bad thing. Dyes.
His name is
I think that's
Robert Kennedy Jr., not John Kennedy.
I meant, yeah, I'm sorry.
But I think he might be just trying to remove the food, period. And for me, this class size is concerning because what is just going to be babysitting and warehousing?
That's what I was saying too, Lisa. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
just stick them on the class 100 to 1. Just, you know what I'm saying? And feed them. And feed them wheat bread with a seed.
They don't want the babies to learn.
Yeah, because if you have a high, everybody knows
and you don't want
what
your
makes
baby
a
to
difference
learn.
in education is students.
His kids will be fine.
Yeah, everybody knows that's what makes a difference in your child's education is the ratio of teachers to students.
He's a bad leader.
Yeah, I better get on the socialism train.
Exactly.
I bet the Democratic Socialists wouldn't deregulate Head Start.
That's why I bought 2 or 3 tickets. I might got a yearly pass on that train.
Yeah, I'm literally getting ready to board because every day there's something that deals with the social safety net that's being cut.
Mm-hmm. And the wealth gap is just crazy.
Yes, it is.
All right, so now was that cool? Now can we move on to what's the next?
You gave us the source of the story.
He got it ruined.
I'm thanking you for giving us the source. The story.
Sometimes we don't have the source study, but I will make sure that I pass this on to what might we call it, to the producer, that she also makes sure she make a list for me to let me know where each clip is coming from per Scotty.
Yes, Spiritist, don't deaden me, Misa. Also, go ahead, play your next MP4 clip of some random person that we
It is gonna be random. I have to go to another. That was off of the computer, the desktop. Now I gotta go to the other thing. But go ahead, you guys keep talking. I'll get it together. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. We're supposed to be doing the latest breaking news, and thank you for bringing that up. Whoever brought that up, because I didn't even see that as part of the breaking news.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, let me go back here.
You're welcome. Well, I was deeply concerned about it.
I know. Seriously, thank you very much. All right. So what's going on? Now, I don't know what this is about, and maybe you guys who follow the news all day knows what this is about. New Mexico judge orders Meta to pay $567 million into a child mental health fund. Can anybody elaborate on that?
I haven't read that headline today, but there are a number of legal suits up against Meta related to depression and anxiety being worse, in particular in adolescents and children, related to like Instagram use and Facebook and such. So if I were betting, and I haven't read the article, I have to preface that again, it's probably related to that.
Okay, let me see if I can get more info on that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. Did y'all already talk about Trump targeting birthright citizenship?
Oh, that was my next one. Thank you.
New executive orders.
That was the next
I
clip.
told y'all, everyone was like, oh, the Supreme
Supreme Court, like, they voted it down. I'm like, these people don't give up.
Okay, here it is. Let me see if I can get it for you. Hold on for a second. If it'll play. There we go.
Tonight, a federal judge speaking out, warning of the death threats he's received after ruling against President Trump. U.S. District Judge John McConnell, who is my next guest, says after he extended a temporary ban on the Trump administration's attempts to freeze trillions in federal spending, the threats began.
Oh, wait, that's
one of them was a pizza delivery sent to his home under the name of Daniel Andro.
That's not the one I wanted. Hold on for a second. Birthright citizenship. Here it is. All right, there it goes. Paywall. All right, hold on. I'm not doing this right now. I'll get it in just a second. All right, here we go. All right.
I could talk about it if you want.
I have it. There's something going on. Trump is trying to speak. His mouth is moving. He's not saying anything. Well, here it is. If this doesn't work, I'm going to go ahead and say it. If for some reason it's not working.
If you're sleeping in a position like this, you got to hear about this thing. Did you know your soft pillow is actually crushing your shoulder?
President Trump is again trying to curb birthright citizenship, despite a recent Supreme Court ruling that struck down his previous attempt. President Trump signed 2 executive orders today. The first order is aimed at cracking down on what the Trump administration calls birth tourism. The second expands the definitions of people ineligible for birthright citizenship. So back in June, the Supreme Court ruled President Trump's executive order seeking to limit birthright citizenship was unconstitutional. CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson joining us live now. Jessica, what makes these new executive orders different than the first one that was struck down by the Supreme Court?
So part of what makes it different is that the Trump administration is trying to target just specific categories and is also looking at the 2 exceptions that we know are present with respect to birthright citizenship, the children of foreign diplomats and the children of invading military forces, and seeking to expand those categories. So 1, it's narrower in general, and 2, part of what the executive orders do is look at those pre-existing exceptions and just try and enlarge them out.
So what types of legal challenges can we expect to see play out as a result of these orders?
So very similar to what we saw with respect to President Trump's first order dealing with birthright citizenship, where I think the main argument will be that these particular executive orders violate the 14th Amendment birthright citizenship clause. And there will be other detailed challenges as well, but the main one will be, this is not.
But not about birth tourism. Can you expand on that?
This is the idea that pregnant women come to the United States for the purpose of giving birth to children who become U.S. citizens. We should note that this is already illegal under immigration law. And so what this would do is essentially try and say that even if parents, not children, obviously, if parents are seeking to violate federal immigration law, that creates an exception to the 14th Amendment birthright citizenship clause. I think that, as we talked about, would be subject to vigorous legal challenge, where people would say there's nothing in the Constitution that creates a carve out for unless your parents tried to commit fraud against the United States or tried to, again, enter this country under false pretenses. In terms of policy, you can have a robust debate. In terms of the law, I don't think you can.
Jessica Levinson. Jessica, thank you.
Okay, that explain it? Because it didn't explain it for me. Anybody want to clean it up?
I think I get it. I think what Trump is trying to do, because he had mentioned this before, or somebody, one of his minions, that is saying that women, people are coming here just to give birth. Now, I will say this. I do believe that to an extent, but I also believe, so what? You know what I mean? But I won't dig into that. So basically, what he's trying to do now is instead of the previous one, because he tried this shit before and it got knocked down, but then he's narrowing it to say, well, they have bad faith intentions because they're just coming here and knowing that they're pregnant and trying to just here and have their babies here. But the thing is, they're saying that there's nothing in the language of the Constitution that allows for Trump's executive order to have any sort of legitimacy. So it should get knocked down again, and what you call it? It's like try again, boo. He's still because he just constantly has to feed his racist base, and because that's the reason that he's trying this shit. Like when we literally have 50 million other more important things that actually need to be.
JJ, do you think that he's a lame duck president, and his goal is to try to have his legacy based off of immigration, not based off the economy anymore?
Yeah, I think for sure, because I think it's the one thing. That's a good question, and I think that that's what it is. I think that that's the only thing that even people on, even like some Democrats and things will, who are maybe more moderate, give him some latitude there and some credit for, well, at least he closed the border, or maybe independents. It's really Democrats seeing for what it is, but so I guess I get that part, but at the same time, it's not gonna work because he's had several chances to even now, but actually I think it's too late at this point. But he like all of the shit that happened with ICE, especially with the murders, from my vantage point, and really executions of I was about to say Renee Preddy, Alex Preddy, and Renee Good. That was the time to kind of come in as the white knight if he had any political savvy left, and if he actually gave a fuck, because I don't think he really does anymore, because he's already grifted, he's already made like more money in the last year than literally every president in U.S. American history combined. So I don't think he cares now. He's like trying to fix the reflecting pools and just build his gaudy golden statues and shit. But I think that the immigration thing is the one thing that he thinks is untouchable as far as his Project 2025 MAGA agenda. So he's gonna try as much as possible to beef that up, but it still ain't gonna work. We see.
So I feel like this is kind of similar to when they're always bringing up trans women in sports, even though there's relatively few trans women in sports. Okay. And that issue was actually the result of them doing a lot of market research and focus groups and figuring out like what is the thing that is really upsetting to people, whether it's actually a problem or not. What can we like talk about? And they found that it was a sports issue, so they pushed that. I feel like it's kind of the same thing with this birth tourism thing. Most births to non-residents or non-citizens or whatever are to people like students, like people here on their PhD, or people who've lived here for a long time. It does happen, but it's relatively uncommon, rare phenomenon. But they feel like, oh, this is something that we can get people, to rally behind. This is the next distraction, so let's push this. The other thing I would say is if the parent does something wrong, why is the child being punished? Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
Can you imagine the hospital trying to implement this?
Do you have children, Malak? Do you have children?
I don't want to speak about
It's not relevant. Not relevant to the conversation.
My children. Why wouldn't it be relevant? I have grown grandchildren. How would that not be relevant? And you can see
It's not relevant to the current conversation.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, because we can speak on certain things, and we don't have to have, a personal connection to the, heart of the issue.
So now we're gonna have the baby police.
Why were children brought into this conversation, though? That's the problem I'm having.
God, every time
Just find too that it's so audacious to be, because that Supreme Court decision was June 30th, and what are we now, like August 6th or something?
We've done this a couple of times.
Really crazy. This is getting so close to like the constitutional crisis that everyone was afraid of, where like the Supreme Court makes decisions and then Trump's just like, yeah, no. And it's really like even doing things by executive order, like it's a very weak way to do something. Everyone knows laws are much stronger. An executive order can be overturned like that. But obviously he doesn't have the capacity or savvy to pass laws, so they want to do things by executive order because it's flashy. So he's making a big show, but it's not just of immigration, it's of flouting the Supreme Court. And people say, oh, have you seen what those democratic socialists are doing and their proposals? And they want to, do this, and they're so extreme. And you have a man who's telling you Supreme Court decisions don't matter. The Justice Department is not independent. What could be more extreme?
But executive orders are impactful. Like executive orders.
For a fact, I come off my first. Can you give me a second?
But why do you keep speaking over me?
Well, because I come off my first. And you spoke when I was speaking.
Sean was actually first, but okay.
No, she wasn't first.
Yes,
she was not
you keep speaking over me, though.
No, I wasn't speaking over. I came off my first.
Okay. You know what? It's okay. Please go.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am, and thank you. Because I try not to be disrespectful, but I did come off my first. The idea that executive orders have a lasting effect. Case in point, we have these tariff things that were dismantled by the Supreme Court. How long did it take? The better part of this year? How much money did it spend paying taxes, paying these tariffs because they fell on the shoulders of American citizens with this executive order? And it wasn't until sometime this year that it was overturned by the Supreme Court. There's $81 billion owed back to us. And because of the lag between the executive order and the Supreme Court's decision, we are out $81 billion, and that $81 billion are going back to the people who were ripping us off in the first place. So executive orders mean things until the Supreme Court could catch up. And so we can't ignore what he's doing with executive orders.
They're important, but not permanent.
Some pass, some don't. But the lasting effect behind it is in effect. And we are subjected to that order until the Supreme Court shows up and then
not
either
if we can't enforce it and the states don't
we are being penalized. We are being chased down until the Supreme Court gets to a place where, because right now it's bombarded with executive orders. So the longer it takes for the Supreme Court to decide on a decision from the executive order, we, as the American people,
already decided a month ago.
Do you not get that part? Do you not get that part though? Executive orders count.
Okay, Sean.
Oof.
Oh, it's okay. I'm good. Thank you.
Damn, she took the taste out your mouth.
Sean, go ahead.
I'm free. Go ahead, Sean.
Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, I just was really trying to understand how it's going to be operationalized. Because, executive orders, I know they're not law, but I don't think folks understand if you haven't worked in the federal government that there are directives, and those directives are passed down to the secretaries and the heads of departments, and they're implemented. And so anytime he passes an executive order, it has an impact on the American population vis-a-vis the enforcing agency, whatever department that is going to be given the responsibility to implement that directive. And so I'm just wondering, is the first, I guess some of the first places that it could be implemented are the hospitals that are owned by the federal government. You know, whatever hospitals the military is utilizing, the veteran affairs. It's just, I don't know. This is just the weirdest time to be alive in this country. Just weird.
Yeah, it is very weird. It's a lot of weird stuff going on. It's just because we're weird people. Now, this, another thing that's happening, and it's also breaking news. I don't know how much it is for you guys, but it is for me. The White House is drafting an order on vaccines, autism, RFK, and Dum Dum Donald. He gonna write or present a executive order with his funky ass about the connection between vaccines and autism. And the question is, what is going on? He's trying to lose the midterms, right? Because it's completely unpopular with everybody, but he's just going to do it anyway. So it says here they're drafting an executive order to focus on the childhood vaccine schedule and autism, according to 4 people familiar with the matter. The order will continue to spotlight a divisive issue that Republican pollsters have warned carries political risk ahead of the November midterm elections, and would follow the confirmation of the new CDC director. What's her name? I call her Superwoman, Erica, with all the alphabets behind her name. But I thought she said that she was going to. What did she say? Did she say that vaccines don't cause autism, or she agreed with RK?
They do
Erica
cause
Schwartz.
autism.
Yeah, Erica.
Erica
She
Schwartz.
said, "Well, I'm right." She said, "What?" What did she say about autism?
Hi, Lisa. Hi, everyone.
Huh? Hey, you.
My daughter has autism. She used to be able to talk and sing before.
Hello.
And then she started eating baby food, and then they started giving her the vaccines, and they forced it upon her. And then everything was different. And people don't even realize that if you get the COVID vaccination, even your kids, you're considered transhuman. Look it up. People don't even realize.
This is dangerous misinformation.
Aurora.
Transhuman.
20 minutes till 12 o'clock. You gotta wait.
I'm sorry, like I haven't been here in a while. I want to say hi, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I was
like
going to say hi to you, Aurora. I didn't know that your daughter had autism.
she has
I'm
level 3
sorry.
autism and she's nonverbal. How does a baby go from singing and talking to being completely fucking mute?
Also, Misa, Erica said that there is she accepted there's overwhelming evidence vaccines don't cause autism.
Now, how's she going to keep her job?
I don't know. Well, Misa, did you see what was it, Janine Pirro the other day?
That was in my head. I was saying, how is she going to keep her job?
Yeah, because that was
Somebody ask that
wild.
question before we go to Janine Shapiro. And welcome, Aurora. I didn't know that. I didn't know that about your daughter. And much love to you and your daughter.
Thank you.
Aurora.
I'm joining like a huge lawsuit because there's a bunch of people suing Gerber and Beechnut because she was eating the baby food, and then it was just like it was weird because she aspirates when she swallows, and it wasn't always as severe as it has gotten at the time. So like in January 2020 when they did the barium swallow study, they realized that it was going in her airway and they immediately hospitalized her. She was hospitalized for 6 months on a feeding tube. It scared the shit out of me. She's a really strong, tough cookie. And it really made me think, and I'm like, how is it that she was alive all this time? She was almost 3 years old. And the fact that like she is going through all of this, she was able to eat before. And then with autism, she started to aspirate. So, and like she has a rare form of autism which causes regression. And people don't realize with autism, if a child is sick, they regress. They stop talking as well. If they're uncomfortable, if something is going on, if something is bad, if it's behavioral, like if somebody did something to them, if they're completely having like a meltdown, a crash down about it, they can regress as well. There's so many different factors when it comes to that. But the key factor is that when it was introduced into my daughter, it was introduced through vaccines and baby food. Because let me tell you, my daughter used to sing Guns N' Roses. Welcome to the jungle, baby. Do you know where you are, mama? You're in the jungle, baby. You're gonna die. She used to sing it just like that. And she used to sing Guns N' Roses. How does a baby go from singing and talking to nothing? That's how I knew something was fucked up. And they're doing this to adults and children. They're doing it on purpose.
Maybe she experienced the trauma not aware of.
What's their end game here? What's their end game?
That I followed the autism story from 1911 when they didn't consider it behavioral pattern and the manipulation and how they've used the term autism to cover up the dumb shit that they're doing to us and our children is asinine. So I followed the story. The idea that we are having discussions about immigration when the autism stories and stories like yours are mounting beyond belief, because in schools these days, because of the rise of autism, you have half the school doesn't have autism, and you have the other half of the school that has autism, and the autistic population is beating out the kids who don't have autism. So the idea that we're talking about immigration in this story, while you have, and I have, and we have these horrific stories where you see your baby. Yeah. And you expose this baby to these laws, these dietary plans. Can I?
Go ahead, babe. Finish. All right, go ahead, finish.
Yeah, as we expose our children, because I grew up in a time period where I could appreciate and respect, the whole vaccine records that I put my children through. I could appreciate that, but it wasn't until like the 90s where it became, a life or death situation, and you're playing poker with your own children. And it's horrifying, it's saddening, and so my heart goes out to you 100%. But the idea that we are talking about immigration, we're not talking about, we're talking about how do we eat lettuce right now? That's what we're talking about. And the bigger point as we go into the midterms is immigration is just asinine to me, because Americans and our children are suffering, and that's across demographic backgrounds. We're all just suffering. And we don't know what to do about it. And I think there's a bigger point, that the Democrats nor the Republicans are doing a goddamn thing about it, which ties back to my point, an hour or two ago? Neither one of those parties are doing shit about it. And we don't know how to solve it.
This is it right here. This is autism in a form. This is adult autism speaking. Autism speaks.
Because there's too many points. Because there's too many.
Do you know that bipolar is one of the symptoms of autism? A lot of people who are autistic actually.
I know I was talking though. Can anybody hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah, but you're
you breaking up. You breaking up real bad. Try leaving and coming back.
Aurora need to fight it out.
You're long-winded, honey. Can you land, please?
Okay. Well, now thank you for that, Aurora. I'll land there.
Aurora, that's funny you said that. But listen, let me tell you, Kia and Aurora, I appreciate you guys contributing, and I have to say this, Kia, we have to know how to talk about everything. I don't understand how we have to just laser focus our efforts onto one thing, because just about everything that's going on is affecting our community. So we can have a room on autism. That would be great. And you guys seem like you guys know a lot about it. So we'll invite you guys to be the people, not the key speaker, because we'll have someone who specializes in treating autism, and you can come in and basically submit your experience with it. But it's an important topic because a lot of people, children, are being diagnosed with autism, and if it's connected to vaccines, well, that part I don't know too much about.
They have a new thing with adults. I don't know if you know, Lisa, but
I'm not an autismologist. I don't like to speak on stuff that I don't really have a lot of information on.
I do.
So that's why I said, I know you do. That's why I said, not tonight, but we're going to open up the space for you guys to have this conversation, and also have it with a person that is specializing in this level of care. All right, y'all? Is that cool?
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Lisa, but do you think that all of this is related to like the air that we breathe and the water that we drink?
No, sir, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
They spray
No, I
chemicals
don't.
in the air all the time.
Oh, they do.
Oh,
And
so you
it's like
think
we
our air
noticed
is
that the
fine
day of
all
the
the time?
eclipse, Mateo and I, they put
Well,
an X in the
I
sky.
think
They tried
Scotty
to
was
cover
trying to. I think he was trying to elaborate on this. So you're saying you feel it's associated with water and air and
No, all I said is like, do you think that it could be associated with the fact that our air isn't clean and maybe water isn't clean and all of that stuff?
Just
In
told you
terms
what
of
it
how we are
No,
poisoning
I haven't seen any
Aurora
studies on it. Have you?
Have I?
Aurora just told you.
What's
Aurora
cloud
just told
seeding.
you.
I told you because they've been.
Oh, cloud seeding.
People
Okay.
don't pay
No, you
attention.
said baby. You said baby food. You
Baby
said
food, yeah, but you worried about them wearing a frigging mask, right? What about the shit they're spraying in the air above us every single day? You ever wonder?
Yeah, I just didn't know.
Don't even wonder about that. Come on now. It's like the shit.
I
And
just
it's like,
didn't know if
hold on,
you
hold
were.
on, hold on. Ian, Google. If my memory serves me correctly, the Google vans have been like paid to spray all kinds of toxic chemicals to kind of kill off some of the population. You guys really should do your homework.
wait. The Google vans.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
You sure you want her as a guest, Lisa?
Wait,
I just walked straight into that one. Google vans. I gotta now. I'm up here Googling.
So I'm aware of the Google vans.
You know the Google vans that are supposed to do maps
the
and all
Google
this other shit
vans
too.
are
So
the
they come to
ones.
pick y'all up.
Yeah, they came to my house to hook up my internet. I don't
I
know
got my
about the
cabbage
spraying
patch off of a
chemtrail.
I
Google
saw a
van.
video of the vans that spray chemicals.
Megan, I'm sure you have thoughts
I
on
just
this.
got Google Fiber. It's really cute. Y'all should
I
check it
got
out.
some
Google van on Friday the
and they
13th.
came off of the Google van.
You
It
guys
was
think I'm
before
fucking
Amazon.
playing. I am not playing.
No, you are.
It was
That's
before
okay.
I'm dead
Amazon,
ass
right
serious.
after
Oh my
AOL.
fucking god, I'm being dead serious, you guys.
Yeah, but
You
that's
guys
not
I
are
am
worried about wearing
true.
a
too.
fucking mask, but
Oh,
what
I
about
saw. I
the
did see
spraying
one. I
from
saw
vehicles
one.
and in the air?
No,
Yeah, you know
Aurora's
they
right.
got
There are a
Google.
lot
They
of
got Google
parents
Fiber
that
here.
Megan, thank you for jumping in. We need to hear your voice. Please go ahead.
Hey, there's a lot of parents. Oh, whoever's getting me the X's, thank you. Very nice. um, there's a lot of parents that have seen major changes with their children. My daughter, one of her classmates in kindergarten had a sibling who was 4 years older than her, and the dad was an anesthesiologist. And after she got her MMRs, she went from a perfectly normal child who was developmentally on track for everything, and then she just totally changed. And there's endless stories, and they're like all the same. But as an anesthesiologist, being in the medical profession, having gone to medical school, everything, he refused to vaccinate his children after that. So that was a personal experience I have. But if you really look and start to listen to parents, I mean, who are we to dismiss what these parents are saying? And part of what happened was in 1986,
Some of those parents are scientists too, so listen.
in 1980, I think it was 1986, somewhere in the 80s, they took the liability. Hang on, one sec. You can talk all you want in just a minute.
What?
They took away the liability from the vaccine companies, and we went from having a handful of vaccines given to children to, I mean, look up the number of vaccines that kids get now compared to in the 80s or in the 70s. It's there's no comparison. So we're blasting them with heavy metals that cross the blood-brain barrier, and because the vaccine companies.
It really is.
It is.
What's irresponsible?
This is medically.
You guys just hear this propaganda. You guys hear this.
I said, wait.
How about you shut the fuck up?
Wait
How about
1
that?
minute.
Suck my fucking dick. How about
Can
that,
you
faggot?
guys stop? Just
Wow.
stop for a second.
You know, since we're being
Just
ignorant.
stop. Because you're the parents who are, you're not a, first of all, this is not affecting your child. Is it Who was speaking? I forgot already.
It was Sirius and Quinn.
It was Megan.
No, I'm talking about it was you.
I was talking. Yeah, I thought you meant like who was interrupting.
No, but
you
do
guys.
you have a child that currently has autism?
No, I was just sharing a personal experience with my.
Okay, so this is what I have to say about this, because I think right now, until we
my oldest daughter is mildly autistic.
Okay. Hold on for a second.
And she.
That means.
Hold on for a second, though. Hold on for a second. Because, the vaccine, if we start this in this room, it's not going to end well. And I'd rather do it at another time, because everybody I've taken vaccines. My dad's taken vaccines. I haven't had that experience. So it can't be that the vaccine is bad for everybody. The millions of people that take vaccines every year, the millions of babies that are vaccinated every year, we all have reactions. Everything is not for everybody. Whatever the vaccine has in it, your child might have been highly susceptible to it because of what their particular makeup. You are alert. I'm allergic to shit y'all are not allergic to. I know somebody told me yesterday they were allergic to alcohol. I said, are you talking about rubbing alcohol? He goes, no, alcohol. Then they got people allergic to aspirin. They got people allergic to all kind of shit that you might not be allergic to, and another 100 people are not allergic to. That's why we ask these patients, what are your allergies? Not the allergies of everybody else and your neighbors and shit. What are you uniquely allergic to? And some of the stuff that people say, tape, adhesive. Are you allergic to Band-Aids?
So Misa, you're saying it's not the vaccine, but it's the people?
I'm not saying nothing. Don't put shit in my mouth.
No, I'm asking you. It's not the vaccine.
No, I don't have an opinion. I don't have an opinion. I will wait for the person who knows. Because, see, I'm not an everythingologist here. When I don't know about something, I'm not going to speak on it. I'm not even going to give you my fucking opinion. I'm sorry to say it like that, because it's just the way you have to operate on this app. So what I'll do is bring somebody who absolutely deals with this, but y'all going to fuck around and fuck with them too. And they're going to have all kind of letters behind their fucking name. And all everythingologists are going to go after them too.
They're not going to say this. They're not, nobody, can you just hold on, man?
No, I'm not.
Well, girl, you don't want to battle with me like that. I can definitely overtalk you. So you could.
Kia.
So,
why? I come off
so yeah, girl, shut up. We are tired of hearing your propaganda, girl. Please. It's like real late.
Come on,
so
you'll get your turn, I promise. Go ahead. Yes.
So yeah, like that's cool and all, but like there's things like called science and data. And like people can read data. You don't have to be a scientist or a medical professional to read the data.
Read all the data.
Well. In a room
you don't know what the fuck.
Well, in a room of this size, there are enough people who can that you can just get that. But coming up saying, oh yeah, my cousin who had they beat the fuck out of Nicki Minaj for doing that. So we can't like just be like, oh yeah, because my cousin foot swole up and she took it. So that means y'all gotta worry about y'all feet. Like stop that.
I agree with that part.
But that's essentially what they're doing.
I'm not gonna stand on nothing though. But these people have children. Do you have children with a child with autism?
My brother is autistic. He is Asperger's, but he is not. It wasn't caused by any vaccines. Like no one's was caused by vaccines because there is no scientific proof anywhere on fucking Earth. It doesn't matter. It seems as if you know about as much about autism as I do. But the reality is that no form of autism is caused by vaccines.
What I do know about is when what y'all are talking about is vaccines usually, if they're going to mess with something, is usually neurological. I know this for a fact.
Autism is neurological.
Can I fucking finish?
Because they have to get the propaganda out.
Right. So
I guess we're just giving you the same respect that you give everybody else.
Are you done, Becky, or can I finish?
I'm not
white, by the way. I'm mixed.
You ain't black.
Me, I just kept people on.
Wait,
I
come on,
just thought it
I
was
don't give a shit what you is. I wish you
anyway.
Y'all better stop playing with me, please. I'm just trying to talk. Like I've been very mature.
It's on his PTR.
So anywho,
Y'all got me.
like which usually affects you in a different type of neurological way. It usually messes with your nerve endings and your nerve sheath, which is called the myelin. So that's usually how it affects people. And I know this